Why don't eagles fly over water? Please explain in detail everything eagles do fly over water, but the idea that they don't is a common myth or misunderstanding. Let's dive into the facts, behaviors, biology, and possible origins of this misconception. So, eagles, especially bald eagles and white-tailed eagles, are often found near bodies of water like lakes, rivers, coasts, and wetlands because water is prime hunting territory. Their main diet includes fish, and they're excellent at swooping down to catch them. Key species that fly over water include the bald eagle, North America, often seen flying over rivers and lakes to catch fish, nests near water bodies. The white-tailed eagle, Europe and Asia, sometimes called the sea eagle, it's often seen gliding over oceans and fjords. And the Steller's sea eagle, Russia and Japan, one of the largest eagles, heavily reliant on fish from coastal waters. Why the myth exists? Eagles don't fly over water. Several misinterpretations or folktales may have led to this idea. Let's break them down. 1. Fear of getting trapped in water. Eagles are heavy birds with broad wings and strong talons. If they miscalculate and hit the water too hard, especially when grabbing a heavy fish, they can struggle to take off again. Some even drown trying to carry prey that's too heavy. This vulnerability may have contributed to the mistaken belief that they avoid flying over water altogether. 2. Misunderstanding of hunting tactics. Eagles don't just cruise randomly over open water. They often fly low near the shoreline where fish are easier to spot. This may look like they're avoiding the middle of large water bodies, but they're just strategizing for better hunting success. 3. Cultural symbolism and myths. Some cultures have myths where eagles symbolize purity or the sky, and water represents the underworld or chaos. So in stories, eagles might avoid water to preserve that symbolism. In some traditional beliefs or sayings, eagles don't fly over dirty water, metaphorically suggesting wisdom or caution, not biology. Anatomy and behavior related to water flight. Wing structure. Eagles have long, broad wings for soaring and gliding. This helps them cover large distances with minimal energy, even over lakes or oceans. Hunting behavior. They spot prey from high vantage points or while gliding. Once they spot a fish, they perform a quick dive, grabbing it with their powerful talons. What happens if they hit the water? Eagles can swim with a kind of breaststroke using their wings if they land in water, but they must reach shore quickly. They're not built to float long. Some eagles get dragged under by fish that are too large. This happens, and it's brutal. Evolutionary adaptation to aquatic environments. Many eagle species evolved around aquatic ecosystems. For example, bald eagles thrive around fish-abundant water. African fish eagles are the top raptors of lakes and rivers in sub-Saharan Africa. They evolved to use water as a resource, not avoid it. But are there times when eagles avoid water? Yes, in specific situations. During storms, they avoid flying over open ocean or large lakes due to lack of thermals and danger from strong winds. Young or inexperienced eagles may avoid water if they've had bad encounters. In desert areas or where fish is not a food source, they may just have no reason to fly over water. Although there's a common belief that eagles avoid flying over water, this is a myth. In reality, many eagle species, especially those like the bald eagle, white-tailed eagle, and African fish eagle, routinely fly over lakes, rivers, and coastal areas. They do this primarily to hunt for fish, which makes up a large part of their diet. So rather than avoiding water, they actively seek it out as a vital resource. The idea that eagles don't fly over water may come from misinterpretations. For example, because eagles are heavy birds, they can sometimes get into trouble if they try to catch prey that's too large. If they hit the water too hard or grab a fish that's too heavy to lift, they may struggle to take off and can even drown. Observations like this might have led to the belief that they fear or avoid water. Additionally, while eagles do fly over water, they often prefer to stay near the edges or fly at low altitudes where fish are easier to spot. This behavior might be misunderstood as avoidance, but it's actually strategic hunting. In some cultural myths and symbolic stories, eagles are said to avoid water to represent wisdom or purity, but this is metaphorical, not based in biology. That said, there are times when eagles may avoid flying over water, such as during storms or in areas where thermals are weak, making it harder for them to glide. Also, young or inexperienced eagles might avoid water if they've had negative experiences, but in general, flying over water is a normal and essential part of many eagles' lives.